It's a pleasure to announce the consultation of the 2 standards dedicated to SMEs. The first is the standard on for listed SMEs, which is a legal binding standard in the CSRD, and it is a derogation from the main ESRS will be that have been adopted by the Commission as a delegated act. The standard will be applicable from financial year 2026 with 2 additional years of opt-out. So the entities may choose to start from 2026. Who are the companies in scope? These are EU and non-EU small and medium-sized companies with either equity or debt securities listed in the EU. Also, if the company is headquartered outside the EU, as well as small non-complex banks, which are the majority of the population in scope, and captive insurers and reinsurers. For them, the CSRD requires EFRAG to set standards that are proportionate, relevant to the scale and complexity of their activities, their capacities and characteristics. And it is very important to note that the public accountability perspective is an important element in this standard, because this standard is expected to support the availability of ESG information of listed SMEs to avoid discrimination against such entities on the part of financial market participants. In addition, this standard is expected to ensure availability of SFDR, PAI, and taxonomy disclosures. EFRAG is therefore to achieve the right trade-off between proportionality from one side, investor needs from the other. While we speak, the draft shows approximately 50% of the reduction in data points compared to set 1. One peculiarity of this standard is that it sets the so-called value chain cap. So it determines legally the maximum detail of information that large undertakings can collect from SMEs in their value chain in order to prepare their ESRS sustainability statement. This is the reason why in the past 8 months we conducted an extensive analysis of set 1 requirements, focusing on those with potential trickle-down effect for both listed and non-listed SMEs in order to reduce to the minimum the burden on SMEs resulting from large companies' reporting obligation. So we have specific questions in the consultation on the value chain cap. Moving now to the voluntary standard for non-listed SMEs, which we call VSME. This will cover non-listed micro, small and medium companies, which are 23 million in Europe. But why we need such a standard which is outside the scope of the CSRD? Because it stems from a fundamental market need, as recognized by the European Commission SME Relief Package of 2023. This is a tool to support SMEs in accessing sustainable finance. So while we know that there are costs associated to reporting, this standard may support the competitiveness of the companies. So we start from these market needs for a simple standardized reporting tool for SMEs to meet 2 complementary objectives. First, allow them to start their ESG journey, to monitor in a very simplified way their performance on sustainability matters. And second, to use a single standardized data set to respond to different questionnaires from business counterparties that require data. And these may be lenders, investors, or corporate clients of SMEs. So there is an element of synergies and expectation of replacing the multitude of questionnaires with only one standardized VSME questionnaire. So to reflect the differences of the undertakings which go from less than 10 employees to 250 employees, but also to cope with the 2 objectives that I just explained to you, we went for a modular approach where we have 3 different modules: basic module, narrative module, and business partners module. Now, to conclude, it's evident that if we want really EFRAG to succeed in reducing the burden for SMEs deriving from the trickle-down, we really need to achieve a good level of market acceptance for this standard. And this is why it's crucial that EFRAG can get in touch with as many as possible constituents as part of this consultation.